Now let's come to the merits and demerits of mode. Uh, we have already discussed the property of modes. Now, what are the merits of mode? Merits of modes are simple and popular, as mode is graphically located. And in mode, there is no need to know all the items or the all the frequency. In mode, is least affected of marginal value. Mode is best representation of the value. It is possible in the case of open-ended series that we can calculate mode. Mode is basically useful for both qualitative and quantitative techniques, or qualitative or quantitative data, as we have discussed in the properties of mode. Now, the merits of mode. Mode is very uncertain. Mode is very difficult. Mode is not capable of further algebraic treatment. Mode is complex procedure of grouping. Mode is ignored extreme marginal frequencies. So let's discuss all these points. First one is simple and popular, as mode is a very simple and popular method of calculating central tendency. Okay, it is one of the easiest method to determine the mode value by just using by just looking at the series. Okay, you can, by just looking at the series, you can easily identify the mode value. So as it is the value that is occurred number of time or more frequently in a given data series. So it is very simple in mode to calculate the central tendency. So its simplicity makes it a very popular measure of central tendency. Okay, so next point is graphic location. So, like in mean, we cannot do any graphical representation, but in mode, we can do graphical representation. So, one can even locate the mode of a given series through the graph. And by looking a graph, any layman can also identify the mode value. Uh, in Suppose in an histogram, the highest peak is the value of mode, or you can say the highest peak in a histogram is the mode. So it can be done with the help of a histogram also. So it is very easy to identify the mode value in a graphical location, or it is very helpful for a person to understand the value of mode. Next point is no need to know all the items or all the frequency. So for calculating the value of mode, it is not necessary that all the items are well known or you understand all the items. So while calculating or determining the mode of a given series, one does not require to have knowledge of all the items or all the frequency of a given series. So, in the simple series, the value with the highest frequency is enough to determine the mode. So, in a given series, the value which occur most number of time or large number of time, then that value is mode. Now, next point is least affected of marginal value. So as compared to mean, the mode is the measure of central tendency that carries with the least effect of marginal value of a series. So it is because the mode of a series is determined only through the highest frequency. We have discussed this number of times when the value which occurs in a series in large number of times or in the highest frequency, that is the value of mode. Next point is best representative value. So mode is the value of a series that occur most frequently Therefore, it show the best representative value of the given series. Okay. Next point is possible in case of open-ended series. So one can determine the value in open-ended distribution without ascertaining the class interval. Okay, so it is also possible in the open-ended series that one can determine the value of mode without ascertaining the class interval. So as the mode is very easy and simplest method to calculate the central tendency as compared to mean and median. Next point is it is useful for both quantitative and qualitative data. As we have already discussed in the properties that one can easily determine the mode of of can easily determine the mode to describe the qualitative and the quantitative data. If data is present in number or it is not present in number, then you can easily identify in both the cases the mode value. Okay, it did so for calculating mode, it does not require data to be qualitative in nature. Okay, but for calculating mean and median, the data should be in qualitative data. You cannot calculate mean in quantitative data. Now let's come to the demerits of mode. So the first demerit of mode is that it is uncertain. So among all the other measures of central tendency like mean and median, the mode value is also uncertain. Okay, next point is difficult. So when the frequency of all the items in the statistic series is identified, it is very difficult. It is very tough to investigate or to identify the mode value in the series. Okay. Next point is non-capability of further algebraic treatment. So unlike mean, one cannot perform further algebraic treatment in with mode. When we have calculated the value of mean, median or mode, then we cannot further perform any algebraic treatment on that value. Next point is complex procedure of grouping. While calculating the mode of a statistic series, sometimes it also includes the grouping data, which can be very cumbersome, or it will make it very difficult to determine the model value. So while if we have a data in a group data, so it is very difficult to calculate the mode value. So if the exact extent of the group change, it will also change the model value of the series. Okay, so it does it make the complex procedure for the grouping data. Now last point is it ignore extreme marginal frequency. So the calculation of mode does not consider any extreme marginal frequency, as it means that mode it does not representative value of all the value given in a series. Like in mean, the mean value is a representative value of all the value in a given series, while in mode, the mode value does not represent all the value in a series. As in mode, we consider only that value which is occurring highest number of time or more frequently occurring value is considered while calculating the mode. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of calculating mode. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of mode. As major advantage of calculating mode is that it is very easy to calculate, or it is very simple to calculate. While mode is not defined when there is no repeat data in a data set. If any value is not repeating in a data set, then there is no mode. Okay, so basically the mode is not affected by the extreme value. And if we talk about the disadvantage of this, then the mode is not based on the all value. So, while considering the advantages of mode, the mode is very easy to identify the data set, and in a discrete frequency distribution also. All the type of frequency distribution we will also discuss in our further video lecture. So mode is useful for both qualitative and quantitative data, and mode can be computed in the open-ended frequency table, and also mode can be located graphically. Disadvantages of mode says that if there is no repeat data in a series, then there is no mode. Basically, mode is not based on all the value, and it not represent all the values in a data set. Okay, so sometimes the data has more than one mode, or there can be one mode, more than one mode, or there can be no mode. Okay, so these are the disadvantages and advantages of mode. Now let's understand all these three concepts, mean and median and mode, with the help of this example. As you can see on your screen, there are example given. Let's first understand the mean example of mean, as we have to find a mean of these values of 8, 5, 7, 10, 15, 21. This is a given series, so we have to calculate a mean of this given series. So what we have to do in this, that we have to calculate, or we have to do a sum of all these values. So there are total 6 values: 8, 5, 7, 10, 15, and 21. We have to do a sum of all these 6 values. So the sum of all the values is 66. When we have added all these 6 values, the sum is 66. And number of data, or number of, you can say, number of data set is 6. So what is the mean? Mean is a sum of value divided by the data, total number of data in a set, or how many total values in a data set. So the mean value is 66 divided by 6. So the mean of this series is 11. So this is how we calculate mean. So this is a basic method of calculating a mean, in which we sum all the values of data and divided that sum by the total number of data. Okay, now let's understand the example of uh, mode. It is not mode, basically it is a mean. So now let's understand mean, median with an example. So here is a data set given for calculating a median. So what we have to do first, we have to arrange that data. So we have a data 8, 5, 7, 10, 15, and 21. This is a given data set or given data series. So what we have to do is that we have to arrange this data in a particular order, in ascending order or a descending order. So in this example, what we have done is that we have arranged this data in ascending order. First, we have keep a smallest value, then we have increases the value, and in last there is a largest value. So the new data set is 5, 7, 8, 10, 15, and 21. So as we have discussed in earlier lectures also, that median basically is a middle value of a data set. What we have to do is we have to first arrange the data in ascending order or in descending order. Then we have to find out the median value from that data set. That mid value is our median. So as this data set has six values, 5, 7, 8, 10, 5, 15 and 21. So if we consider the midpoint, then there are two values which are lying in this given data series, that is 8 and 10. So in this case, if we have a series of seven numbers, then it is very easy to find out the mid value. Okay, if we did not able to find a single median or a middle value, then what we have to do is, in this case, we have to add both the center value and divide it by 2. So as there are two median, 8 and 10, what we have done is that we have added 8 and 10, which is 18, and then we have divided it by 2. So the median value is 9, which will lie between 8 and 10. So this formula generally applies when the uh, given data series unable to find any single mid value. When given data series have uh, even number, not the odd numbers. As in this given data series, there are six numbers, so there are two middle value, 8 and 10. So what we have done in this example, we have added 8 and 10 and divided it by 2. So the median value is 9, which lie between somewhere between 8 and 10. So these are the example of mean and median. Now let's understand the example of mode. So for calculating mode, we also have a given data series of 8, 5, 7, 10, 15, 21, 5, 7, 2, and 5. So what we have discussed in mode, that the series which occur most frequently, or the number which occur highest time, that particular number will be mode. So in case of mode can be one, mode can be two, mode can be more than two, or there can be no mode. Okay, so, as in this series, what we have seen that 8, 10, 15, 2, and 21 are occurring only single time. Okay, so so the occurrence of these number is only one time. So the number 5 in this series is occurring for three times. Okay, it is occurring for three times. So the mode value in this given series is 5, as this particular number is in this data set is occurring for more time, or you can say for more than two times. So then this number 5 will be our mode. So this is these three methods of calculating mode are the simplest method, mean, median, mode. If you want to calculate all these three, then these are the basic and the simplest method to calculate. Now let's come to the next topic, which is type of statistical series. So basically, studying statistical series is very much important for doing numerical questions in mean, median, and mode. So we before going towards the questions, numerical questions, we have to understand what is individual series, what is discrete series, what is continuous series. as there all the questions of mean, median and mode basically depends on individual series, discrete series and continuous series. So for doing numerical question, we have to first understand the types of series. So in statical business statistics or in statistical calculation, the series are of basically two types, on the basis of characteristics and on the basis of construction. So on the basis of characteristics, there are three types of series: time series, uh, spatial series and condition series. So basically time series is based on the time, uh, spatial series based on the location, and condition series basically based on the condition of the data. Next type of series is based on the construction. When series is based on the construction, then it is also of three types: individual series, discrete series, and continuous series. So let's discuss all the types of series in detail. So on first, we will start with on the basis of characteristics. Okay. So for that, on the basis of characteristics, when data is arranged based on the basis of qualitative characteristics of the item, and then statistical series of three type considered: time series, spatial series, and condition series. In which time series is basically for the time for basically arranged for time period, and spatial series is for geographical region or location, and condition series is for conditions. So let's first start with time series. So, if the different value taken by a variable in a period of time are arranged in chronological order, the series which we obtain is time series. As you also see in this example, that data for number of years from 2010 to 2018 is arranged in chronological order, which is very easy to understand and very easy to to do further calculation. So what we have to do is we have to simply put time series in a statistical series in which the given data is represented with regard to a time unit, like days, months, week, or year. So basically, in this series, when data point are recorded at a specific time interval, this type of series is used to analyze basically for trend, for cycle, and for seasonal variation over a time, etc. Suppose we have to uh, regularly check our weight or regularly check our height for a number of months. So we can create a chart for every